Sorry, Helen, can you just share your recipe for chocolate porridge?
Chocolate porridge is a Quaker Oats golden syrup packet.
To the camera.
And then you pop milk into it, like you're making golden syrup porridge. And then
like the quick one, the instant
2
oats. Minute. Yeah.
And then you put in whatever chocolate you have around. And it can be anything, literally anything. I've got Reese's peanut butter cups that I bought for Sunil, but now he's trying to get back in shape. He doesn't want them.
Back in shape.
He's trying to get into a
Trying to
shape.
get back to when I was ripped.
He's trying to stop looking so much like a mother dog that's had 8 litters. Just hot tummy and tits, just waddling down, dragging along the streets he walks. So I'm going to do Reese's peanut butter chocky porridge. Yeah,
tomorrow,
tonight maybe.
Oh.
No, I've got that.
You can have it for dinner, I guess. It can be a dinner or a breakfast.
No, I'm probably going to make Sunil burritos tonight.
Can you not take on too much sugar tonight? Because Neil's coming round. We need a bit of quiet time to discuss our holiday.
But I'm allowed, as a woman in 2021, if you're telling me what I can and can't eat, it's hurtful.
You mustn't silence women. That's something we've learned.
You two need to be silenced
You
at
mustn't.
points. You both need to be
You
silenced.
mustn't. We won't be for feminism.
But that's actually a really good point. You're right. I shouldn't. If I have chocolate late in the day,
Yeah.
because Sunil's bought 4 Magnums and put them in the fridge, and I thought they were like for us because he's been eating my fabs.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, they're just for you. So like, I can't now focus on anything else until those Magnums are eaten.
Yes.
So I'm
Yeah.
a natural binger.
I'm the same. It's like it's something you have to accomplish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like he brought bread over when he first moved in and Emma Black was still here. And I was like, I can't have bread in the house because I will just eat the whole loaf. And Emma was like, she's not joking. And Snail was like, well, she can help herself. And I was like, don't leave. And then he went to
Snail's a
Coventry.
feeder.
He went to
Well, I
Coventry
went away for a
5
week.
days.
And it's
I
like
went
the
away-
bread. I've just left the bread out, Helen.
I went away for a week and she only had 2 slices, so that's pretty good.
Or
Helen, that's
did
not
I have
too
the
much.
whole loaf
And buy
then
another?
replace it and take the same amount out and put it in exactly the way that I
We'll
found
never
it?
know. We will never know which one happens. Welcome to Why Is Harriet Crying? We have a very special episode this week because Sunil has moved into his new home with his new home mate, Helen Bauer.
Helen Bauer is here joining us. I've moved in here about a week and a half ago.
Yes.
Very homely. Good to be in a permanent residence at last.
You finally found a home
I
and
found
been
it.
adopted into...
So gorgeous to watch him coming into his forever home.
Yeah.
And just knowing
I
that he's
won't be here
safe
forever.
here.
Forever.
I don't
And
think I'll be
then
here
I
forever.
think you have to think of it as a forever home, as I
Yes,
go
you
into a
must.
relationship and not thinking it's a forever
You
relationship.
can't think of the end.
I'm going to buy a boat.
I don't think you'd like that.
Okay.
Also, I think you just have to see this as like you've been adopted into a family and finally you can relax.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to affect your behaviour, your demeanour. I'm comparing you to a dog.
Yeah, I know.
And thinking
But
of
like a
the
really
things-
traumatized dog
Yes.
that shits himself
Yes,
and like
yes.
wipes his
Yeah,
ass
yeah,
in
yeah.
his own
Yeah,
shit.
Doesn't like to be
exactly.
stroked. I actually don't like to be stroked, so don't do that.
Yeah, every time I try to like hug him in the morning, like good morning, and like give him a little cuddle and a
I
jiggle on
can't
his
imagine
belly.
you being hugged in the morning.
He doesn't like it.
Like a a woodlouse.
A woodlouse or a traumatized dog.
He just sort of
Yes.
goes, no, 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 and then tries to bat me away.
I don't know anyone of our friends that like doesn't do that when you hug them.
Oh wow, that got personal. Quite
I hugged
quickly.
Elliot when he arrived. I hugged Harriet when she arrived.
No, but like the
I hugged
aggressive
Red.
hugs you do for me and Neil, or like your little
They're
princes.
not aggressive. It's just because you're so fearful of creating a physical bond with a woman, you panic.
I just
It's
don't.
a fear inside
I
of
just
you.
want to feel safe in my own home.
It's interesting though that you've moved in with Helen. That
Yeah,
you want that, but you've moved in with Helen.
So I'm a
It's,
good
it's a nice
homemaker.
house.
Yes.
Helen's made it very homely. It's actually
is,
been
it's
actually
lovely.
been very nice to stay here.
Yeah.
Yes.
There have been a
Not
couple of
saying
days.
you live
not
here
stay.
permanently.
There's been a couple of days where I was like, "What have I done here? This is mad."
Yeah.
Like the first night
really?
I was
Did you tell
here.
Helen about this? Oh,
No,
Helen
I'm literally.
doesn't
But
seem to-
I'm interested.
She didn't seem
The
to
first
know about
night
this,
I was
actually.
here, I had the second shot of the vaccine. So the next day, I was like completely zoned out. I was like, everything was aching. We were just sitting here on the 2 chairs we had in the flat, and Helen was just firing questions at me, and I just couldn't fucking cope. I was just like in pain. I didn't know what was happening, and I was like, I've got to go and sleep on an airbed now. And I
I was
just
just asking him things like, "Are you happy with how your life's turned out so far?"
like that.
That's just what you need, actually.
It's
when
exactly
you're in
what
that
you
kind
need
of
when you
state.
don't
Yeah.
know where you are.
That's the thing. We did have a bleak 2 days when Sunil's stuff, his like sofa and things hadn't arrived yet. So I had the coffee table. We had that chair, and then that yellow one there, and that was it. So it was just us in this big empty space.
Me in this chair, Helen in the office chair.
And then all of my puzzles just like piled up in a corner with my Polly Pocket, my PS1, and my Disney dance mat.
I turned up with a hold all of clothes and 2 big Lego sets.
So I put them on display for him.
Yeah, they're
Up there.
behind.
I thought they
behind.
were a gift for Red for his wedding.
You don't want it.
Oh.
And then I offered it to my agent. I was like, "Do you want a Lego Ducati for the office?" And she immediately just went, "No."
Like she gets offered that all the time.
And
Yeah.
they cost
And
him
I've
like
been to her office, there's
100 plus
nothing in there.
pounds.
Yeah, it's a big set, the Land Rover. But once I make it, apparently I can sell it again for 80.
Really?
Yeah, I spoke to someone last night.
He's
who does
literally
the
made
same.
no effort to make
You
them.
talk about making it a lot though, and
Yeah.
you were stuck inside for 7 days and you didn't make it.
I
So
watched Line of Duty instead.
do you think you're going to make it?
I don't know. I'll do
No.
what I want.
I don't think that Lego needs your full attention either. I think you can watch Line of Duty and make Lego at the
I
same
think that'd
time.
be a waste of the joy of building a Lego set.
Can we also just go back to, is that the only moment that you thought, what am I doing here? Because you had a
Yeah,
second
you
jab.
did
Because
say
that's
2
fine.
days, and that
but
was
I'm
just an
fine with
hour
that. If
of-
Oh,
you've
and
had a second
then
jab and you're
there was
feeling a bit
also
sick.
that day after the day after that. No, there was a day when you needed attention all day while I was just sitting.
Oh, when I stood in front of the TV.
When she stood in front of the TV. I was trying to watch a film and she just stood in front of the TV. And
It was a film
demanded
about war.
I hate films about war and bridges.
I don't give a fuck.
What film was it?
Bridge over the river.
Exactly,
No, it wasn't.
that's
It
the
wasn't.
worst
It
film.
wasn't.
Chris
It wasn't.
in it or something.
Yeah, yeah. It was just. But the point is, like,
Oh, I actually want to see that film. Is it about a war in the future, the war
Yeah,
of tomorrow?
yeah.
Oh, that would have been annoying, actually.
It's his daughter, and they both
Yeah.
go back.
don't
and
give
save
it. Don't
together.
spoil
I
it.
They
want
both
to
do it
see it.
together. I watched
Cut
5
that out
minutes
because
and I
that is
got
a
it.
spoiler. Yeah. You're a fucking idiot.
Oh, sorry everyone. I didn't realise this was a big film we wanted to watch.
Yeah,
This
people
is
want-
Oh my
stupid.
God.
The thing is, if she doesn't like it, she has no respect for anyone else.
She has to
taste.
ruin
I
it
did
for
not
everyone
like
else.
it. It's
Yeah,
just that
she
we
has to ruin
weren't
it.
doing a film day. We were doing a Friends Day.
But we
it's not
don't
about
have
her,
to have
she
the
has
same.
to ruin
Exactly.
it,
We don't
yeah.
have to do the same things all the time. People like different things.
See, you're staring again now.
She's not staring.
No, what
That was.
I think I see my role as a mediator in between the two of you, and I
Right.
think I take your side a lot, but sometimes I have to agree with Sunil when you stand in front of the TV. I think that's a step too far.
You can pause it and start it later.
I can't pause it. The problem is, it is my TV. I could just take it to my room and watch
Well,
stuff
I would
there.
say do that, yeah.
But I want this to be a communal TV. But you know,
I think it's nice as a communal TV. I don't want him in his room watching TV. God knows what he'll be watching up there.
Tomorrow War.
Wanking away to Tomorrow War in his room.
You can't wank to
wank
Tomorrow
till
War.
he's
Better than in the
blind.
living room,
Yeah.
I think, actually.
But no, on the whole, it's been very pleasant. It's a lovely little
We
house.
also have been in for
We've
like
been away a lot.
4 nights together. That's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
He was
Not
in
even
Coventry
that.
and then I was in Suffolk. So
we
we
haven't
had
had
like
we haven't had a single night since a week and a half ago.
that's
we've both
mad,
been
isn't
in.
it? Yeah.
But I knew
It's
that was
still
going to happen,
very
and that's quite
new.
nice to have like a lot of stuff to do, and then
I do miss him.
That's a good sign.
I
do you
do.
feel the same, Sunil? Do you miss
it's
Helen
actually quite.
when-
Both having it here and not having it here is nice.
I think you miss me and you're just scared to say it.
No, but sometimes I'm like, where is she? And that's as far as I go.
Yeah, yesterday morning you messaged me because he's been out last 2 nights until like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, what were you doing last night?
I don't even
You're going
know.
I just did a
wild.
gig last night.
I'm getting to bed at like 1 midnight the last 2 nights and he's just been out like smashing pushing and he's just like
I haven't been literally
wandering
been out with
in.
some
I just
friends.
hear him vomiting all over the
I wasn't vomiting. I came home on Monday night, set off a fire alarm,
I
clumped
didn't
up and
even
down.
hear it.
She didn't even hear
I
it.
hear nothing. I'm such a heavy sleeper. I always have to wake up and just check that his bedroom door's closed, otherwise I
No,
assume
but
he's dead.
Both
Still
nights,
falling up the
both
stairs.
nights I've come home and I'm like creeping really quietly.
You
'cause I'm
could do
worried I'll
whatever
wake
you
her.
wanted.
Yeah. But it's been fun. Yeah, it's been good.
What would you, if Helen wasn't home, would you worry about where she was? Because you have to be responsible for Helen's safety.
I don't really, because she's more capable than most people I know of looking after herself.
Sunil?
That was nice, but also a way of shirking responsibility of having.
No,
to
I'm sorry, but that's
check
the
where you
nicest
are.
thing you've ever said to me. That was really kind.
Yeah, because he does like to say
Thank
to
you.
women that they don't know what they're doing.
No, I
that
don't
they're
ever say
annoying.
that.
Oh my God,
yes,
that's
you
so.
do.
You know
You say
what?
it to me all the time.
Someone is getting a homemade dinner tonight.
No,
Hey?
I've got food.
He
No, I
doesn't
genuinely
want
do.
it. He doesn't
I
want
have
it.
food to eat. So.
Can I say my complaints now?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
No,
Okay.
We've
So
heard Sunil's, and I think they
I'm
were
not
fair.
singing with her all the time. Go on.
Singing.
singing is one of them. So Emma Black used to sing with me a lot. We'd
That's
like
your
sing
previous
together.
housemate.
Previous housemate.
Yes.
Emma, we all know Emma Black. She's
Yes.
like a thing.
Yes.
And so Neil said he wouldn't, but you know when you think, oh, like, haha, he won't, but he's saying it to like other people because it's like a conversation piece and we're doing like a bit. I get it. We're comedians. We're in a double act now.
But you think he will actually do it?
So I thought
when...
he
We're
would
not
do
in a
it.
double act.
Do you know Snell at
Elliot,
all?
it's not
So
a
I'm
double
in a
act.
Frozen 2 phase at the moment.
Right. I've never actually seen Frozen 2.
So good, like genuinely good. Like I feel like there's just like way more jokes in it, as well as a really beautiful arc. It's kind of about nature. Some
There's a
things
song,
never change.
said Elliot.
Have you watched the video of Kristen Chen? No, sorry. My God, I always get confused with Adina Menzel. Adina Menzel, Kristen Bell, and Jonathan Groff doing it with Josh Gad. Oh my God, I love you so much.
Elliot, do you want to move in? We'll turn this into a bedroom.
We know that me and Elliot would fucking have a great time.
You'd have a fucking great time. Yeah.
Some things
No,
never
no
change.
singing on the podcast.
Thank
That's
you.
the rule.
Thank
That's
you,
the
Harry.
rule
Like
we
the
have.
feel your hand in mine. Some
Well, we
things
edit
Everyone's
it out.
turning
stay
off
the
now,
same.
Helen. No.
Helen, please.
So he doesn't sing with me, which is
We
fine.
lost 5 Patreons just
But-
then, Helen, because of that.
How many do you have total?
6.
5, 6.
So it's just Stu Laws left now. Is it?
Stuart Laws left a long time ago.
But I think the main thing is so very sweet. He did ask me the other day. He was like, "Am I doing everything all right as a housemate? Is there anything you want me to do different?"
so considerate.
On my life, he said that.
No, it's because of the bins. I was worried about when they went out and stuff, and I was like, "Is there stuff I'm not doing that you would normally?"
Snail, this is lovely.
Well,
I
you
think the
gotta make
problem
sure
is I'm
there's people
quite
have
an
routines.
active housemate.
You are very involved.
As
I
far
think.
as like,
Yes.
I will like if there's something messy, I sort of jump on it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
So I think it can make you feel a bit like you're not.
yeah, like I'm aware that when I come into it, it is already someone's home, and they've
But-
got their
Yes.
own routines.
Yeah, but
and
that's why
that's-
when you went away, I got all those pictures of you as a child and framed them and put them
I'm
around.
not a
your
child.
place.
I'm 18 at the youngest.
Yes.
You look. Oh wait, I'm going to hold it up
I
to the
just
camera.
need to set the scene for
You got it,
anyone
yeah.
listening to the podcast. Helen has
Yeah, that's the
framed
one, the black one.
multiple
That's
photos.
a siren.
Wait, how about that one of Sunil up there holding his crotch in the Italian countryside?
Yes. So, Helen has
Okay, but
Framed
this is an
multiple-
audio podcast.
photos of you on school trips.
Of
Go
me on a
on
school
to
trip.
my Instagram stories in the day this is released and I'll post it.
What the fuck? Their photos of me. Right, this is another thing. I've said you can't just Instagram story with me in it,
And I haven't.
but you're planning to again.
That picture for your podcast.
Leave it. Well, if I want to put it out there, I'll put it out there.
Oh my God. This is what I mean, Harriet. I have literally done nothing. I've just suggested doing something and he just freaks out at me. Also, I bought us matching polka dot baskets to have in the bathroom to keep all our toiletries in
Yes,
it.
I saw that.
And he's
Yeah.
now put his in this like black toiletry bag, which doesn't go with the aesthetic.
When
So
you
Harriet's
weren't
now
up
moved
there,
it.
I put it into the
She moved
into the
it.
polka
The
dot
toiletry
box.
bag into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
The thing
So
is,
it went
the,
into your room.
the thing is that I can't see what's inside it, so I have to have the bag
Oh
out.
yes, it's a bit
Well, then you
high
can
up.
rearrange
It's
it.
too
Then
high
we'll
up,
swap.
that's
We'll
the
swap.
problem.
We'll swap our. We'll swap
He
where
needs
ours
it
are.
lower. I do have a question. We
Yeah.
use the same deodorant.
How
What,
cute
the
is
salt
that?
one?
Yeah. Do you find it good?
Well, I use that, and then if I want something that smells, I use the Aesop one.
If I need it to be, if it's a day when there
Yeah.
could be heavy
Sweat.
sweating,
Yeah.
then I'd use a Dove one. But yeah, I use that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. I don't really like
What did you both go for today?
the salt one.
I actually forgot to put any on today, so sorry about that,
Fucking
everybody.
brilliant.
Yeah, sorry.
But do you not feel like this is? Do you still feel like this is my home?
No, it's mine now
Good.
because this is all my stuff.
Good. It is. We've definitely. Was
If
so
you see,
aware
if
that
you
I
count
had
the
so
shelves,
much-
we've got 1, 2, 3, 8 shelves, and I've got 3 of them. Haven't I?
Does that say your school folder?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's got school reports and like schoolwork.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird, isn't it?
I've got all my.
It's like she lives in
How
her
is that
child.
weird?
She like lives in her childhood, but
I
as an
have all
adult.
my
It is
old-
like going to the home of a tween.
It is.
I
it's
got here
mad,
and I was
isn't
given
it?
a sticker.
She's got
That's true.
2 box files with schoolwork on it.
But it's got like all my school reports.
Burn them.
and
Burn them.
The past must be burned.
I have mine
Like
The
Chairman
somewhere.
Mao
amount
in a
said.
of
box,
Do you?
but,
times
like, in
I
the
have been
loft.
asked them for comedy things.
That's true,
is
actually.
Right.
Yeah.
freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're very easy act. It's almost like they're on display though. Like you want people to look at them. I think that's what's
I don't.
interesting about it.
Thing is, what I had there originally is I had a plant in front of them, and then because Neil wanted his little armchair, I moved it.
That armchair is so stupid, Snell. It's so low.
But the legs, Emma Black is going to give me some legs for it, so
It
it's going to
needs
give
legs
It does need
desperately.
legs.
You can't rely on Emma Black to solve all your problems.
I haven't.
But I think now his books are up, and his Lego and his printer.
I've
It's
got
getting
one less
better.
shelf than Helen though.
He does have one less shelf than me, but I am if he
think
needs
that's okay.
That's
it.
fine. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
If he needs it, I will move my stuff because
No,
it's
no,
mainly
it's all right.
puzzles.
As I arrived, Helen did open a drawer and show me childhood photos that she had printed out of Sunil. There's like
No, they're
about-
my photos.
He already had them
So
printed out.
basically-
I
okay.
The
found
day
them.
I moved in with stuff,
She took all your belongings.
She went through everything.
I didn't. I helped him unpack and carried everything upstairs.
Oh,
That is true. I did
Oh.
everything.
oh, interesting.
I unpacked all his books.
She did do a lot of unpacking, while I was out.
Yeah,
getting my
you didn't
vaccine.
mention
Getting my
that.
vaccine though.
He got his vaccine. He said his arm hurted. I put like the arms on the sofa.
While I was away, she put the arms on the sofa.
Carried his stuff
like I
upstairs.
said, there's nothing like really to complain about. I think
broke
we're both
it,
having
Elliot.
a good time.
There we go.
I think we're both fine with it. I don't see
yeah,
an issue
you
really.
both seem okay. When is bin day?
Wednesday
Yeah.
is like
It's not.
recycling day,
It's not. It's
and then
Thursday.
bins can go out any time.
Bins whenever,
Bins whenever.
but Thursday.
Oh, Thursday for
Thursday's
recycling. is it?
recycling.
Oh dear.
But I've been away so much, so
How could you know?
could
Yeah.
I?
So I've
possibly.
it's just always fallen on my shoulders.
She did put out like 5 big bags of recycling after I moved in.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So
But
there's
I'm
been a
happy
lot
to do
happening.
it.
Wait for you. That's nice.
Yeah.
It's just anything to make him feel more at home. And this is when he says things like, "But it's her home," or "I'm just staying
Oh,
here."
yeah.
But I
That's
don't.
why it hurts so much.
I don't know if people.
I guarantee it doesn't hurt, and she's making that up.
It does.
What
There's
does
a
it
lot-
feel like?
Oh, come on, don't ask her that,
What
because she'll
does
make
it-
something up.
What kind of
She'll
trauma
like-
does
look,
it
she'll
relate
pretend to
to
cry.
when you feel
There you
like
go.
that?
It feels like
It's
Helen's
crying again.
Yeah. You say it's crying.
it feels like a
It's gone and got sad again.
rejection that I was expecting,
Yeah.
but wasn't ready for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you should get a pet? Maybe.
No.
You
I've
need some
suggested
kind
that.
of pet.
No,
Yeah.
we don't need anything. I
So
think
my
everything's
sister's
okay.
got a hamster, and I think we'd do well with a hamster
Yes, a little hamster, Sunil.
because we've got the next door neighbour's chickens, but they only come over every now and again.
Do they come in the house?
No,
They come into our garden.
Yeah.
Quite
Yeah,
nice.
Neil quite likes them though. Likes
Well,
the
they
girls.
they crow in the morning when I wake
Can I
up.
tell you a fact about chickens that I learnt?
Do you want to
Yes.
save it to chicken
It's going to be the
fact time?
cloaca one, I bet.
Go on.
No, this is okay. Okay. Chickens have pain receptors, which mean they are able to feel pain and suffering. Chickens make friends, and some bonds are so close that grief of the death of another member of their species can be so strong that the chicken left behind will die soon after.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
One of the girls next door is like that. When all the other chickens are pecking and have a lovely time in the garden, she just puts her head inside of dirt, like dry dirt on the ground, just sort of like brushes around it. Heidi said she was a lesbian, so that she could tell.
But she had
So like her
come
partner
out.
died
Oh God!
because they're all girls together. Yeah.
So you should really be nice to those chickens.
I am nice.
He
to
actually
chickens.
definitely warmed up to them, and I showed Harriet when we went into your room earlier when you said not to. The
This is the kind of thing that happens. There's no actual There are no boundaries in this house.
But you knew that coming in.
No,
So
I
you
did
can't-
say
you
there.
can't
I
was-
don't go
that
in
you
while
knew
you're
there'd be no
sleeping.
Don't
boundaries.
raise your voice.
I don't go in
can
while
hear
you're
you-
sleeping.
I can hear you without you raising your voice.
We do get complaints for sound, and I
Yeah.
think we're going to get a few after this episode.
The talking about people being emotional.
Mm.
Helen, if she doesn't feel like she's getting enough attention, she from the room next door whines like a dog. She goes
Oh
like,
my God.
I don't think I'd ever
that-
noticed
Makes
it
that
before.
That would really annoy me.
It's like she's doing it loud enough that I can hear.
That would make me purposefully ignore you.
Yeah.
That's the effect it
And
would
then
have
she
on
just
me.
stands behind me going, and I'm like, what do you? I don't know what you
Well,
want.
today I thought he was like, "Oh, did I go for coffee with Red this morning?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I've got a meeting at 12, but like if you've got time before the podcast, that sounds great." And then, literally about 5 minutes when my meeting started, I was logging onto Zoom, and he just went, "I'm meeting Red now," and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding?"
It's like you planned it.
Yeah.
I didn't.
So then I whined until the last minute of my meeting starting. As he was trying to leave, I was like,
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
but sometimes it works. People get
doesn't
so
work.
worn down by it.
It's never gonna work.
He will never get one down, I think.
I am granite. I am granite. Or marble. Is marble wearable?
It's interesting because you're using techniques like a dog to, like, that's your tactic.
Yeah. I definitely have a problem with neediness and desperation.
She is like,
But you're a catfish, so what can you do?
if she ever bought a dog, it would be a Labrador. That's her spirit animal. Really,
That's
I
what the
think.
catfish said, didn't it? It said you were a Labrador.
It says so. Like I'm a hyperactive child. Is
Yeah.
my primal astrology.
That's the astrology, primal
bounding
astrology
around,
we did.
like energy never goes down.
Yes.
Something like she's like equally masculine and feminine, equally sweet and aggressive.
Bang on. Whereas you are a bit like your dog as well.
Yes.
Just like get excitedly yapping every now and then, but for no reason, just like doesn't know why.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Harriet the other day before we went to Red's wedding, literally lit up in a way that I've never seen her do when she was like, guess what we've got? And she just got out this little machine where you press the button and it kills flies when they touch the metal.
That is pretty good,
And
but also
she
against all your principles.
I know.
Maniacal.
It's called
One
the-
eye half closed as she giggled at it. And she was like going around counting like 1, 2.
Where were you killing them?
I'm really good at it. It's called The Executioner.
Of course it is.
They come
Look
in
how
our living
excited
room.
she is.
I cannot stand having a fly, and
I
there's
know,
been some
same here,
flies, and
yeah.
I don't know what to do about it. So Bobby ordered The Executioner, and
What is it, like a swatter that kills them?
it's like tennis,
tennis
and I'm not,
racket.
and
Oh.
so I just play tennis, and they go, you hear them go.
I'm going to order
as they
one right
burn.
now. Is it on?
No, you're not having one of those in here.
I'll have one in my room. Helen doesn't like killing the flies in this house. They're her
I'm
Not
pets,
the ones that are
apparently.
inside because they've got names.
The thing is, I'm vegetarian, and I feel so bad, but I can't handle it because every time they touch something, they're putting shit on something.
No, they're not.
Yes,
Also,
they
I'm
are.
worried
They
the spiders
pick up
will
shit.
go
No, they're
hungry.
vomiting up acid to dissolve your food and eat it.
But I think they touch shits and then they walk it around.
Yeah, but how
And
much
they-
shit really gets on a fly's leg?
But I don't want any shit in my
One
Depends how
molecule.
sticky the
There's
shit
probably
is.
a couple of molecules of shit on anything you eat, floating about in the air.
Snell, why do you have to say these things?
I thought it was really funny.
It's true though.
There's shit in
It's,
everything, sweetheart. Shit happens.
Get on board. Get on board with it. Once you make your peace with what reality is, then you'll be much more relaxed.
I
and
don't
happier.
want to make peace with reality. I want reality to change. That's what I want. I want it to be better.
How's
How's
that
you
going
should get
for you?
the executioner because you had a full-on freak out the first night you stayed here because there was a big moth in your room.
So I tried to get the moth
You can't
out with.
execute a moth with it.
This
This
is not
wasn't a
how
moth.
it went.
It was a bat.
This
it was
is not
huge.
Helen's screaming her fucking head off.
I can deal with anything apart
And she
from
kept
moths and
coming into the room to
butterflies.
see.
Really?
Hate 'em.
She kept coming into my bedroom to see what was happening with the moth, and then screaming, "Just fucking leave! Shut the door and let me deal with this moth."
But your solution to the problem was to sleep. I offered in my bed, by the way. He had a vaccine after my bed. He didn't want it, so before anyone thinks I'm an asshole. He was sleeping on an air mattress. The moth was in his room. He lost it in there. So he slept with his door wide open with lights on in the hallway to get the moth to come out. But he knows full well I get up earlier than him. So then I had to go out in the morning into
Moths
the
don't come out in the
moth's
daytime.
lair.
Moths aren't out in the daytime.
Doesn't matter.
Why not?
If it happens if I wake it up.
It doesn't.
Why are you afraid of a moth?
I'm not. It wouldn't leave.
He was freaking
Because
out.
it
Go to
follows a
sleep.
light.
It's fine. Turn the light off. Go to sleep.
It was the size of that light
He
bulb.
didn't turn it
No.
off.
It
He
was.
tried to coax it out. He left the light on all night, which is bad for the environment.
You slept in the light with the Camberwell moth.
Fucking hell.
Anyway, we were in your room. I showed
A
Harriet
non-event
the
of a
sweet
story,
little Disney
this.
princess bird feeder we left you with the nuts in it.
Oh my God,
And
there was a squirrel on your
it, up,
window.
like literally right by your window.
As you sleep, you're going to wake up with a squirrel
In my
eating
mouth.
on
Eating
your mouth.
out of my mouth.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, which is the exact Disney princess fantasy that many residents of this flat in
Receiving
the past
oral
have
from
loved.
a
Yeah.
fucking
Get
squirrel.
a tongue kiss from a squirrel. It's disgusting.
Actually, I can imagine that being quite tender.
I can't.
I think it's lovely. It was magical, I have to say.
Yeah.
That squirrel will gnaw your tongue off.
You're like the opposite of a Disney princess. to be
Yeah, because I'm
honest.
not a woman.
He has let me put Disney Plus on his TV though, as a channel. And now I know how to use it. So I just hold the control and I go, Disney Plus. And it comes up with me.
In that accent.
Yeah.
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Stupid as you can say. But yeah, everything's fine. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I was just admiring the curtains because you ordered
Don't
them.
fucking start on the curtains.
I hate them.
They are not as bad as I thought.
No, they are better now they're up, which I also put them up.
They actually suit the room quite well. They're a very that was a real little slide dig there, wasn't
I did
it?
that,
We
I
didn't
put them
wanna
both
let
out.
that go.
Weird.
It's quite like William Morris-esque, quite like Victorian.
She doesn't know William Morris.
I do. We did them in year 6.
Right.
It's in the
More
folder
paper
over
bags.
there.
Cut
More
that.
paper bags.
Cut that. She can't be doing that accent in public.
What accent? We did them in year 6. What the fuck?
It's interesting you picked the same curtains to go in every room, though, because you also got the same curtains in your bedroom.
Easier decision
A
making.
lack of imagination that led to the curtain
These
decision
so
making.
tragic.
These
isn't
were the
it?
only curtains that weren't like a block colour from IKEA.
But there's nothing wrong. What's so
What's
weird
wrong
is like
with the
what's
block
wrong with the
colour?
block
Yeah.
colour?
They're like sort of pastely hue. It's just boring.
You wanted a nice swirly leaf effect.
I quite like, elements of nature.
He told me on the phone. He was like, "There's going to be gold detailing on it." And I was like,
It's
"No,
not very gold.
It's
though,
not
is it?
gold.
No,
What
it's
is it, like
more
a yellowy
olive.
green?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yellowy green.
I don't know. I don't really care, but they were nice enough to get, so I just got them.
I've got to say, when I saw them when they arrived in the packages, I was like, "Oh, fucking shoot myself!" Like,
I don't know what goes
I'll
through.
hang off one of these curtains
I
one
genuinely
day.
don't know what goes through people's heads when they have a revulsion to a certain colour or a pattern. It's like nothing is that bad.
I absolutely have that, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to concentrate. I would, but
But
it's
they've
your
grown on
fault
me.
because I would never let Bobby make a decision like that. So you should never have handed it to Snell.
But
to
you've
make a
got to
decision.
understand that I am desperately trying to make this feel like his house and not like him moving
Yeah, if
in
she
to
put
my-
everything up in here, I wouldn't feel like it's my house.
That's true. Yeah,
But
but
this
it's
is
like,
my
chose the
sofa,
curtains.
it's
my
like you
TV.
purposely
Sofa.
chose those curtains just to piss her off.
I know, I actually like them.
Okay.
So the furniture's like half and
Hard to
half.
believe.
Books shared. So then it's like a shared space.
I think we need something there.
I
Maybe
agree.
A mural of
No, we
Sunil
need a
or
white wall
something,
for
or-
some-
That's what I said.
Yes.
Also, I've
You
got
like
other
art, you
pictures.
could draw Sunil
yeah,
and put it up there.
You like art, you can draw a picture. What is that?
Well, I put up a big picture, the poster of all the Simpsons characters in the kitchen, but I might move it into here.
Yes.
The Simpsons, just for the listeners, is on anytime Helen is in the room on her own. She can't do anything without The Simpsons being on, so it's on for like hours a day. And if it's not The Simpsons, it's some sort of fucking Real Housewives thing on.
Yeah,
And that has to be on in the background whenever she's in the room. She can't
Yeah.
sit quietly in a room,
yeah.
which is really...
I never want to be with my own thoughts for even a second.
But I
Yeah.
think you should, because I think you need to face your thoughts.
Mm-mm.
But the thing is, I
You
let
should
her...
tie her down.
There was a
and
day
make
when
her
she was in
be
here,
quiet,
yeah, she was in here
see
listening
what
to like
happened.
whatever. She was in here, so I went into the room next door to
Yes.
do something. And then she just came in and just ruined my time. She took a phone call in front of me. So there's actually no escape sometimes, except our bedroom.
I'm not denying it, but I don't remember it.
What's interesting is when we did the primal astrology,
Hmm.
Helen came back as a catfish, and it said a lot about your need for kind of extroversion and things, but then it also said how actually inside you're
Yeah.
hiding something, and
Yeah.
actually you don't necessarily want to do that, and it's exhausting.
I always feel like I have to
Very
be on for
interesting.
people.
She
Yeah.
always has to be on, even
She
for
does,
you
yeah.
if you're there.
She actually, as soon as there's like someone else here, the change in her is insane. It's like suddenly it's just like talking just constantly.
What I want to
And
see is
she can't just say normal things. She starts like going way too far.
Yeah, it's bad, isn't
Just
it?
becomes like the landlady was here and there was she was just we couldn't ask the landlady like important questions because Helen was like just chatting to her for, just relentlessly.
relentless
I was
chatter.
talking about hoarders on
She was
Amazon.
talking about hoarders. And she's like,
Prime.
"Oh, I'll come round your ass." Like, what does this mean?
ass?
What's going on? Ask her if we get our deposit back. It was utterly mad. Like we couldn't get an actor because she was so desperately trying to impress the landlady, which is good. Which is good, but it's like there's like
I
a
just never
desperate.
thought about it like that.
No,
It's really sad.
there's like a desperate need to charm any new person, and it just it's just like what is happening here?
I like to think of it as being very welcoming.
It is really welcoming, but it's also like this isn't you. This isn't like
I would like
this must
to
be
see
exhausting for
Helen
you.
when no one can see her. I think she just shuts down like a robot and she stares at the wall
With
completely
her mouth
silently.
completely open.
Yes,
Yeah.
she just is still, and then someone walks in and she jumps up
Exactly, yeah.
and she starts again.
Yeah. It's
It's really accurate, probably.
it does
I
like
definitely do shut down, don't I?
yeah. But when new people meet you, it's obviously you're obviously very charming and you're saying a lot, and they're sort of overwhelmed with your personality. But that's not how you are like normally.
Thank God.
Yeah, because it's like yeah, you are capable of actually being.
You've definitely calmed
having
down
a
since I've known
conversation.
you.
I really make a bad first impression.
No, you don't. You make a good first
It's
impression.
too much.
It's a bit much for me because I found it a bit like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But I think it's very nice, and you make people feel very welcome and like at home, and like you're very much. It's like you're like a kind of like very friendly butler.
Yeah.
Like you'll do anything.
Very
for
friendly,
people.
very boundaryless butler. But
I start fights with people. Whenever I meet people now, I seem to always be like, "Oh, look who it is!" And they're like, we don't know each other. And I was like, "I'm doing a bit of improv."
But
Like it's fucking.
I think a lot of people love that. You make things fun.
But it's fun, and it's your anxiety about how people view you that makes you do that.
Oh my
in the
god!
best
You
way.
think I'm anxious?
I do think, because that's why you.
I think the catfish told all about the anxiety, Helen.
Okay,
you are
but
busted.
It takes about like I think 5 hours with Helen to get to the point where the conversation is two-way.
Where she's run out.
Where
and
she's like relaxed enough to be herself and just have
5
a normal
hours
chat.
until you're listening to someone else.
But in a way where you don't feel like you have to say stuff just to fill the gaps or whatever, you know? Because I get that anxiety. I have that as well. So like you start talking just to fill the gaps just because you feel like you
And
have
there's
to be.
something quite nice about that. It's like
I did
you
a
can
podcast
relax.
yesterday, and I didn't know one of the girls that well, and I definitely went too hard.
Yeah, people go in hard when they're anxious about a situation because that you either go in or out when you're anxious, right? But when
Don't fucking touch me.
but when you're relaxed, then you're prepared to go in and out whenever you need to. It's not. Why this reaction?
You're analysing Helen and you're like, why are you reacting to this?
In my fucking home, and you were like,
But you know
talk about
this.
Sunil moving in, and now you give me a fucking personality review. Like
It's
a
not a
fucking
bad review. It's
psychopath.
just, everyone does this.
Oh, you freak out at people. You're like a big.
I didn't say any of those
That
words.
was
You're
basically
upsetting
what I
Elliot.
heard.
Elliot's
He's staring
crying
at the
now.
wall. Elliot's shut down.
How about this? You're closed off. You don't even welcome anyone in. Your mates come in here, and I'm the one offering them drinks.
I'm not making them a fucking drink.
That is true, actually.
Yeah,
Helen
I
made
always
me a
forget
tea.
to offer drinks. Yeah.
Bobby does as well.
Because
I
when
make
I-
him drinks.
to
I make him drinks. He isn't made me a single one.
I've made you a drink.
When?
What drink?
Monday.
I was in Suffolk all day.
Last Monday.
Didn't see you.
Yeah, you did. Last Monday. I made you a fucking drink.
Which one?
The day the deliveries came. My stuff came.
Are you okay, Helen?
I'm fine. I'm just like, I feel seen.
Yeah, that's a good thing. It's like,
Yeah, I think
but
it's...
that's because we're good friends with you. We know that.
Yeah.
That's not like.
We're just saying you don't have to feel that need around us. We
Yeah,
can
so that's
entertain
why.
ourselves.
Elliot, do you think that I've been myself around you yet? Or do you feel like I've been fake?
It's not being fake though. It's not, that's what.
It's
This is
just
what I'm-
your personality to the extreme.
So what, all I'm saying is that when I say, oh, I've moved in here, everyone's like, oh my god, that must be a lot, but it's not because we get
Actually,
on and
I'm
we have
really
a nice
glad
time.
you said that. Yeah, because Emma had it from some of people that she met. Whenever like Emma came to a gig or anything like that, people would be like, "Oh my god, you live with Helen? That must be insane." And she's like,
Yeah, but no.
I mean, moments, yeah, but like in gen, like she's
yeah,
not,
there's no way you
I'm
could
not
keep up
running
the
around
energy.
my knickers on my head
Yeah,
the
yeah.
entire time.
It's not
playing
utterly-
fucking Sweet Caroline on my
yeah,
belly.
it's not your 20-minute set 24/7. That would be insane. You'd
But
die of a heart attack.
in the same breath, though, I am very relaxed here, but I still whimper
Yeah,
like a dog and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
I'm on
yeah.
TV.
but I think
Yes.
that's that
So,
at
like,
the beginning,
there's-
but that'll calm down over time because she's
That's
obviously
hopeful.
there's a big change and people.
Also, you've got Emma's number and you've spoken to her and you know things like Emma said just to close doors and like walk away.
She's got apart from that, she's got absolutely no tips on how to deal with you.
yeah, she
That's
got
what she
really
said.
tired by the end of it.
Are you the same with your friends from home?
They're not inviting you to stuff anymore, are they?
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Sunil, stop going in deep.
No, she was complaining.
It
But
was
it's really
awful.
funny. They keep
it was
inviting.
awful.
They keep.
They had. So they obviously, I mean, not since lockdown.
Okay,
but-
just to jump in here. Bear in mind, she slags all of them off in her comedy.
Oh, what? And now they don't want to be around you
Would you
because they're
like you
worried you
call
might
them like
slag
the
them off more.
the fleet whores or something? I don't know. What do you call them?
Fleet
What do you call them?
The horse of fleet.
I refer to my school friends.
As
School friends.
no, come on, you've gone in harder than that.
Bullshit.
All right.
Basically, one of them, so it was all of our 30th birthdays. And they were all like during lockdown, so we couldn't really see each other. And then one of them had their 30th birthday, but they could have like 6 people over, but I didn't make the 6.
Oh, Helen, that's
That's rough,
so
isn't it?
horrible.
And it was
Are there
just in
7 of you?
Brixton.
Are there
Yeah.
7 of you?
It's like 8, but one lives in Edinburgh.
Oh God.
And I
Helen,
didn't
that's
make
so
it. I
painful.
didn't make
That
it.
is painful. Yeah,
And
that is sad.
I was like, oh, you know what? I totally get it because I also usually don't manage to make some things because of
Yeah,
comedy. And I
if
was
you
got a
living in
gig or
Germany for a
something,
couple of years.
Yeah, of course.
And
'cause of
then,
comedy.
but then,
Because of Germany, probably.
But then, Harriet,
Stop needling her.
then later in the
Harriet,
evening,
please.
a couple of them had already left to go back to their houses, which are back where we live.
And so you were like, I can
And
come
then,
now.
no, boyfriends arrived.
Oh, Helen.
I didn't get the call.
You never even got the call even when people left, and they were like, finally, Helen can come.
Do you want us to cut this bit from the podcast?
No, I think it's good that people
important.
know
It's important, I
that
think.
no matter how fabulously you are doing in yourself,
It's good for people to hear, I
at
think.
some
Do you know
point,
what?
Ellie Salter, Emma Black, Meg
Don't
Jobson,
name
and
them all.
Kate Fields.
Fucking
Oh my God, your
Don't
housemate as
name-
well went. The
Don't-
housemate that you live with went.
Don't
and
full
you had to
name
stay at
everyone on the
home.
podcast for fuck's sake.
Helen!
Absolutely doxing all your friends.
But
No,
honestly,
they started it.
No, they even asked me, do you mind at all? And I was like,
Do you
I
mind
really
at all if
don't.
we all meet up, but you can't?
I also did have a gig I was doing that night, but
Exactly.
it wasn't the day. No, I would have, yeah.
Do you know what? I don't think we need a sad story today.
No,
I
that's
think it was-
literally our sad story.
That is
That
quite
was
sad.
really
And
sad.
then Emma told me, and I was like, no, I don't mind. And then I think it was like lockdown, and I was just a bit sad in general. And she went, do you actually not mind? And I went, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I
And the
did
fact
mind
you're
or
still
not.
talking about it months later.
Well,
I
he
think
brought
you did
it
mind.
up, which is bullshit as well.
Don't act like you didn't do anything. You knew that you brought it up.
I'm not acting like anything.
I think it's just really tricky because it's like 30th birthday year for all of us.
Oh, God.
And we've had
Harriet,
such a long
Harriet,
year.
stop pretending it's a big deal.
It
Of
is-
being we've been
Sunil,
in constant
it's
WhatsApp groups.
Just because you have loads of groups of friends and you would
I have
always
lo-
be in the six doesn't mean that
I wouldn't always be
you
in the
don't
six.
understand.
But on the in the same breath, I am also friends with other people from school as well.
Oh, okay,
yes.
yeah.
Did you make their six?
They didn't have
Okay,
one, did
let's
they?
not focus on that maybe. Well, I think that
Anything to
we've,
promote, or-
yeah, really
Follow Helen on social
Emma said none
media.
of them were invited to my birthday, but I was like, it was lockdown, and it was on a Monday. I had some people
Yes.
in the park, but they were all comedians, so it wasn't like I was just doing them.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Oh dear.
Find them online and send them hate emails.
But overall, ignore what Helen just
Find
said.
find where they work,
Um,
send their bosses
Find
messages
the
saying they're
Horse
fucking.
of Fleet. Give them a good telling off.
But well,
But anyway,
do you
thank
see what
you,
I mean
Helen.
about the third episode with Helen?
Well,
It's different to the first
This
two.
is yes. This is the one I've enjoyed the most.
Yeah,
my
it's been nice this one,
God.
hasn't it?
Yes, yes. The first one was a barrage.
Wow, we were under attack for that
I
one.
think I was
Yes.
just very overexcited.
Yes.
There you go,
Whereas
yeah.
now the excitement's worn off. You know.
Yeah.
You live
It
with
has,
snow,
hasn't
you've
it?
seen,
Yeah, yeah.
You've seen the other side. You
Yeah.
know.
Never
And
Nothing
you,
to
like,
get
you
excited
know.
about. Exactly.
You've seen the wizard behind the curtain. Yeah.
Oh my
It's just a little
god!
man on a stool.
I am literally just
Elliot.
gonna go next
Elliot's
door
the Wizard
now
of
and.
Oz.
Don't call Elliot a little
Well, no,
man.
he makes it all work.
You're the little man.
What is wrong with you today?
I'm saying
You're
he's the
really
one that
on the
makes it
attack.
Look, you're the little man behind the curtain. There he is.
Good for
Thank you
good for
so much, Helen.
Yeah.
Helen, do you have any shows coming up or anything you'd like
No.
to promote? Okay.
Yeah, you do. You got Camden Fringe shows coming up. Tell us about them.
Fringe, Helen.
Yeah, but I'm going to be pulling all my shows now because I'll just be assuming because the audience are meeting me within the first 5 hours, they're just going to fucking be repulsed, aren't they?
No, it's different when you're on stage. It's a good place to release the
Then
energy.
Camden Fringe on the 15th and 22nd at the Camden Comedy Club in Camden at 8 p.m. Tickets via my website at www.helenbauer.comedy.co.uk. You can also follow me on.
Oh my God.
Keep it going. Keep
No,
going.
keep going.
No, you just-
I was just seeing when I'm doing Camden.
Oh God, I got because you were on August 7th, and I was like, oh my God, that's my dad's birthday.
Oh my god.
And I was like wondering whether it was
Right.
going to be like
We
Harriet
edit that bit.
at Helen Babauer on
Babauer.
Instagram
Babauer.
and Twitter.
Helen
Oh,
Babauer.
really?
Yeah.
I'm actually also at Camden Comedy Club the 3rd and 4th of August, and I only just learned how to put it on the Camden Comedy Club website and the Camden Fringe website. So tickets have only been on sale for one day, and it is in a very few days. So this might actually, I don't know if this will come out in time, but It's out on the 3rd, so today, quick, it's at 3:30.
Quick run
No,
to
it's no,
Harriet's
actually,
show.
no, the 6th. The 6th, it's 3 days later. You've got time, slow down.
Fucking
Oh my God,
hell.
what a process that was.
God.
I'm also doing the Edinburgh Fringe Festival at Monkey Barrel, which Sunil is also doing. I'm there, I think, the 13th to the 18th.
And I'm there the 11th to the 15th.
You guys, and what time are your shows?
I'm at Monkey Barrel at 7:30. and
Monkey
Sunil-
Barrel at 9.
Oh my
Nice.
god, okay,
We
do
And
a
Bobby's
double
on before you.
feature.
And Bobby's on as well.
So you can do Bobby, Harriet Kemsley, and then me.
And you got half an hour between Harriet and Sunil to get some food in.
Yes,
Because
City
watching
Cafe
Sunil
we
on an empty
recommend.
stomach is rough. Yeah, City
Go
Cafe.
to City Cafe,
And
get
then
some
I'm doing
food.
Camden Fringe 24th to 26th of August if you want to book in advance.
What, sound like you want them to come.
Sorry, I'm just looking at just seeing and
This is
making
like
sure
in the
that's
Real
the day.
Housewives of Beverly Hills, where Teddy was like, "You can come to my retreat or not. I don't really care."
Yeah,
Also,
and then they
um,
all
I was like, "Well, I'm
hated it.
coming, so I want to come."
Also,
and
look
then
out
Tariq showed up
for,
late because she was wearing
um,
this certain outfit.
Look
It's the
out,
exact
excuse
same
me.
thing when he's like, "You can come if you want
Excuse
to. I
me.
don't care."
Promote, yeah.
Also, oh, for fuck's sake, mate. All right, look out for back chat on the Dave Facebook channel. New series we made over the
When's
course
it
of a few days. It'll be out in August,
Great.
starring both these people who are very funny in it. But look out for it. It's about 8
Who do you
minutes long.
play?
A woman who really likes blood sports.
Okay, well, thank you so much for listening, everybody.
Also, yes, good point. That actually starts 28th of July. It's already up, but I'm sure you can catch up on BBC Sounds. Jordan Brooks On, which is a Radio
yes.
4 show that Jordan wrote and made me his audio describer,
here's another
which
sad
is
story.
amazing.
Jordan rang
Thank
me
you
up
for-
and he was like, "Do you want to be in our radio series?" And I was like, "Oh my god, 100%! Yes, that'd be
Cut
amazing.
this, Elliot.
That'd be amazing." And then like a week later, he was like, I was like, "Oh, are we still doing that?" And he was like, "Oh, maybe it was trying to stretch the budget to make sure we can have you." And he was like, "Can you play any instruments?" And I was like, "Oh, and then
Can
eventually,
you play any instruments?
yeah, and then eventually I find out that he didn't want me in it.
He couldn't. It's like
couldn't have me.
radio budgets are so
And
small.
Harriet, I'd already said, "I'll just do it just to hang out with you guys. It'd be fine. I don't
and
need to
they
get
said
loads of money."
we don't even want you
For free.
even for
Just another
free.
sad story
Yeah.
to
That
finish off
is
the
a
day.
sad
And
story.
I'd
But-
already, don't tell
Helen.
Jordan this, but I'd already said to my agent, "Oh, you might be getting a call or email
no,
from."
And then you had to say they never
Yeah.
got an email. Were you already booked, or did you get booked? He
Yeah.
found out you were free, and then he booked you, and then
I
he
was
got
doing a
rid of
different
Helen,
role,
dumped
though.
Helen after you.
No, I was doing a different
Can
role.
you play an instrument?
Mine
No.
wasn't the instrument role.
Interesting. I think it's just rude to
If you're watching on the video, if you're
You
watching
did
the video
say you
version,
play the violin.
if you're watching the video version before this rambles to a close, please give feedback on Harriet's new hat.
We'll talk about it in the Patreon episode.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Goodbye.
guys. Bye.